welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from Denver. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He drops for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Next, from the gun, on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down. Dobbins. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver 1st down.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here's a designed run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
The 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 4. Play action now. It's next. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And
Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal.
41-yard attempt.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple of years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league. I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On play action, Smith. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Jacoby Myers was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
On fourth down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This one from 43 yards away. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
On the return, here's Mims. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Now it's Dobbins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Dobbins. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains, and there's really 2 reasons. 1, teams are a lot more willing to use 4th down, and 2, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense ready for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 9. From the gun, it's Gino. He's going to let this one go deep. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line.
These situations here, Mike, you can see this defensive line is just chomping at the bit. They can see a safety coming. They don't quite get the safety in this case. They still hold them to no gain. Brings up second down.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll give it to Dobbins. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that's the first thought in your mind, running a play from the 1. If you're the defense, trap them back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with the good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Now he'll air one out. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Man in motion here is Tucker. On 2nd down, it's Gino. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
In motion, that's Thornton. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's left side to Tucker. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
But it brings up 4th down.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Raiders with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. Remember, they had the safety go against them last time they had it. Fortunately, the defense forced the punt. They'll try again as they start on 1st and 10. Start on the ground. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with him again. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Here's Nix to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. The middle they go. And he'll be brought down at 45. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Second down, Nix. A toss, left side, caught by his running back, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 18 on that one. First down, Broncos.
First and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after the catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
First down and more inside the 15. And he's down at the 3. What a run. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
That one, taken in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. Broncos will up the lead to 5.
Broncos 10, Raiders 5. Will Lutz to kick
So now
off.
after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. To return is Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Gino to throw. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Run right up the gut, Genty. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
From the gun on third down, Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Raiders. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense. Automatic first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. On the handoff, this is Genty. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 2.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
A second down throw for Smith. That one caught by Tucker. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Back to throw is Nix. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll try to run for it.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 30.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Denver first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
That's another Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Throwing. Nix. He's got the tight end, Adam Chapman. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Second and 11. Now Nick's going to look to throw. The catch made there by Sutton. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Smith. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. In motion, that's Thornton. Off the play fake, it's Smith. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 11 on the play.
11 yards on the pass there. First down, Vegas.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Genty that time. And it'll bring up second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Drake Greenlaw in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Smith to throw. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Raiders send their punt team out. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. To return, it's Mims. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Broncos offense. And their running back set to go once more. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And a hard yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
The RPO, that one is complete. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Next, from the gun, on third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver,
Incomplete.
and it'll lead to a
It leads
second
to
down.
2nd and 10.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll go play action with Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's good.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Play action now. It's Nix. And he'll take it on in. Khalil McLaughlin. Touchdown, Broncos. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos will extend this third-quarter lead. All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. That is caught outside on the RPO. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Man in motion here is Tucker. On second down, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Third and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on third down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on third down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Woo. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Harvey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
On the return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Raiders offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
You can feel the frustration starting to build, can't you? It's in their body language. It's how they're getting in and out of the huddle. There's no tempo. There's no energy. Somebody needs to get that huddle, look them in the face and say, hey, guys, we can either sleepwalk through the rest of this game and lose, or somebody be the jump start that we need to really find our rhythm and timing.
He's got it. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On first down, it's Harvey. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Raiders' offense ready to take over once more. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Gino. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Greenlaw. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start for the 1st down. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. On 2nd down, it's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll try and get there on the ground. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 21
They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And he will get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. The Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Raiders 5.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again.
At their own 26-yard line.
Smith to throw on first down. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
It is 3rd and long. Now, Gino to the left side. It is caught by Myers. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
He's going to take a shot down the field. That is brought in, and they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Give now to Harvey running right. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
They'll go play action. It's Smith. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Raider 1st down.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
3rd down.
Third and 7. Gino to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, very big touchdown there. Makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the 4th quarter.
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Gino. And he'll wind up short of the goal line. So they're not able to get this back to a 1-score game. The margin remains 10-17. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 4. That's taken in by Franklin. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback fighting for the marker. He loses the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brought down by Eric Stokes. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, 2 minutes to play
49-yard
here
line.
in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Harvey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at
That's
1:55.
good for the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. All run with Harvey. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go.
It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. I'll run now with McLaughlin. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.